This is my first big award show, so I'm just sort of playing it cool and observing everything, you know. I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts, because it may not last forever. Hardly anyone recognizes me, unless it's like a bunch of schoolgirls or something. Then it's like wildfire. One says it to one girl and they all go, "Oh yeah, I know him."
But did you know an agent told Leo to change his name to Lenny Williams because they thought Leonardo DiCaprio was too ethnic?
Relax. Your race is in 45 minutes.
Well, Leo, not Lenny, got his first acting credit in 1979 in an episode of Romper Room. A decade later, he landed a gig on The New Lassie. His paycheck? $414 a day. After that, he appeared on shows like Roseanne, Parenthood.
Race up now.
Race up with what?
And of course, his breakout role on Growing Pains.
I almost got the ones without the happy hog, but they were kind of stuffy. I come in as a new character this year, and you know, it would be hard adjusting, but I mean, big show, big people, they've been with each other for so long, you know, I didn't know how they'd feel about me coming in, but they were really nice about it.
You know, the whole Hollywood scene isn't exactly my kind of, you know, I don't know, give me a fancy word. It's not exactly my thing. I don't like to schmooze and all that. I was on Growing Pains for a year. Thank God I can move on and be respected as an actor and not have been set in that, as the public's mind frame, as a series actor or a teen idol or anything like that, because it's not something I want to be.
Leo's first big feature film was This Boy's Life, starring opposite Robert De Niro.
So how big is this turkey gonna be?
Later that same year, DiCaprio's portrayal of Johnny Depp's developmentally disabled brother in What's Eating Gilbert Grape would officially make him a star. In fact, he earned both a Best Supporting Actor Golden Globe and Oscar nomination for the role, officially making him into one of Hollywood's hottest young commodities. His commitment to the part of Arnie opened the door for his career to blossom. In rapid succession, DiCaprio starred in Sam Raimi's The Quick and the Dead, The Basketball Diaries, and Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
I thought I couldn't do it. I was reading it and I was like, there's no way I can pull this off. But I just tried to remain true to the character and not try to shy away from it. Like, deal with it head on and not like do things to cover it up. And I just tried to, you know, make sure that it was real. Well, if I was sitting there, I could, I'm thinking, swinging my feet and licking the lollipop. Well, I knew that this character was one of those characters that doesn't come along very often, especially for somebody my age. To do a character like this, a lot of that is offered to people, you know, who are older, men who are older, like Dustin Hoffman's character, and you know. So I knew this was one of those characters that just I had to do. And I had to do it, and I had to prove to Lhasa I was going to do it. So after he cast me, I went to a home, and I met about 10 kids with disabilities, and I wanted to make this crystal clear how I wanted to do this. I prepared for it by actually going to a home with about 10 of these kids, and I really researched what they were doing and trying to decipher how they thought about life and what they did as far as all the different actions, all the different movements that they had. It was just a matter of me getting the right way I wanted to go with it, because there's a lot of different ways to go with it. And I just rehearsed that and just went in there and sort of did it.
Task in your career to play a character that is mentally disabled. ¿Fue un reto en tu carrera hacer el personaje de una persona que es retrasada mental?
I looked at it more as like a challenge, you know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily, it was difficult at times to get, like, if I was around the set waiting to do a shot and I was being Leo and I had to go in and be Arnie, you have to pop into it right away for when camera starts rolling, so it's difficult to just get my mind onto thinking about nothing again. So, yeah, it was difficult. I'd say it was more challenging, though. And I looked at it in a more positive light than it being difficult.
Is this the most difficult character you have?
The nominees for actor in a supporting role are Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I remember being really paranoid about ever having to go up in front of a billion people.
Leonardo DiCaprio knows how to put on an Oscar-worthy performance. Earned 6 acting nods and 1 win in 2016 for The Revenant. Leo's Oscars journey started 30 years ago when the then 19-year-old was up for his first Academy Award, Best Supporting Actor for What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
So you're Gilbert.
Because I'm Gilbert.
I'd say the most difficult part was making it reality. Lhasa, before I got the part, told me that he wanted this to be if you met Arnie on the street, he wanted it to be somebody that you could completely believe.
The film, which also starred Johnny Depp and Juliette Lewis, saw Leo playing a young, intellectually disabled man, a role he really put in the work for.
Each person with a disability like that has different mannerisms. I met with about 10 of them at a home, and I basically just like made it more for myself. I tried to use it for myself, and I got the part, and then I studied more, and we developed more into the character by looking at more kids.
Hey, come on down.
Hey! Hey! Just to create the whole character that I made, and investing all that time in making a character, and like getting into his mind frame, and it was completely different from who I am.
I'm pretty proud of myself at that age that I was that passionate about something and a character, so that paid off a lot for me, and I'm very proud of that movie.
Following the film's release, critics raved over Leo's performance.
Mama, stop it now! Stop, Mama!
Earning him nods at both the Golden Globes and Academy Awards.
I got nominated, and I started getting great reviews for Gilbert, Grape, and whatnot. The year's been exciting, but I haven't been able to experience it with my friends and, you know, enjoy it back home, but it's still been fun anyway. I've met a lot of new people and just enjoying life right now.
I'm definitely nervous, yeah. But at the same time, it's just, it's an honored nervousness, you know? I'm just so happy to be here.
But once the big day arrived, there was one thing the young actor wasn't looking forward to.
I didn't quite have the concept that if you ever gave a speech at the Oscars, like 1 billion people are watching you. So as soon as I heard that, I remembered saying, I really don't want to have a speech even prepared, because I just don't want to go up there. That's what I remember.